We got a Tacoma legend today that's going to be on the podcast. But before that, Brick by Brick, it's 2026. It's the first Brick by Brick episode of the year. And I'm just going to start by saying RIP Renee Good and all of that bullshit. I just can't not say anything about that. So I'm just going to say like RIP, and I'll have another discussion about that on another episode, especially as stuff starts coming out. But man, what's good with you, J Dan?
Chilling, man. I mean, new year, new guest, man. I'm excited.
New year, new me. Are you a new year, new me type person? You got a resolution?
It's same me, just a new level.
Yeah. Okay, I see you got the Beijing. You got the Beijing popping. Your lines is popping real nice right now tonight. You looking real crisp.
Yeah.
My shit is all messed up. I got to get twisted back up. Like, yeah, I'm in the in between phases right now. But yeah, man, it's been a crazy year. 2025 was crazy, and 2026 is already crazy. We ain't even 10 days in yet. We done bombed.
Facts.
We done bombed people. We done taken their leaders. We got people getting shot in the street, American citizens by ICE. Like, it's crazy, bro.
Facts.
Like, and the markets are getting ready to go crazy this year.
Yeah,
so
markets
we'll
about to
talk
go crazy.
Bro,
I will say this, bro. The world is crazy as shit, but it's like, bro, U.S. don't take nothing seriously, man. You see all the AI shit now, bro, with Trump. Like they got him with Tekashi 6ix9ine. Like, I stole that shit.
Yeah. I mean,
bro, hey, I ain't gonna lie, that shit is funny.
That was
Whenever
funny.
anything bad happens, bro, AI can just make light of any situation now. I swear.
Man, we've already had the Epstein files was this year too. Oh, that was before. After that was before the turn of the new year. That was before.
Yep.
But yeah, man, it's good. 2026 is about to be crazy. It's already lining up to be crazy.
Yep.
If we'll talk a lot about crypto and investments in real estate market. Did you see? He said he was gonna. We talked about this, but like $200 billion in buying those in mortgage bonds. And for those that don't understand, like he's tweeting that he's gonna basically print $200 billion to buy the rates down pretty much in
it's crazy. For real. Yeah.
And
that just shows the value of the dollar is shit, man. They could print it every day. You got people slaving away every day and they could print it that simple, just spur of the moment. Or even the rest of the stuff. I mean, they have fucking like trillions missing every year from parts of the government, the Pentagon and stuff. Like, bro, it's just printed. That money they literally made it just a fake thing to have people chase. Bro, the fact that they could say we're gonna put this much billion into it and print it just to get this, it's like, come on now.
Man, I wish I could pay. I wish I could print money. He said, "I wish I could pay, print my own money and pay off all my debt.
For real,
that'd be dope.
For real, man. Easy.
It'd be easy. It'd be cool. It's crazy too. So, my son's 529. I was sitting there looking. We were talking the other night, and I was sitting there. I said, hey man, like your college account pretty much replenished itself this year. And he said, what do you mean? And I was like, okay, so this was a good teaching moment. I was like, let me sit down. So I was explaining to him, like, your 529 account is tied to the stock market, the S&P 500. And here's how well it did. And I was explaining to him why people like Orange Man, because those hit all times high. And so I said, so here's what you started with. Here's what your account made. Here's what you paid out. And now you're still sitting at almost the same spot pretty much. You paid for community college pretty much, and you almost have the same amount as when you went in.
Exactly.
So that's why people like him. Like when people want to understand why, it's that kind of stuff. And so that's what I want people to understand, because I never understood that before. But now I do. I'm a beneficiary of him. So I speak down on him, but like, and I hope people would listen to me, because I'm like sitting here saying, no, I'm a beneficiary of him. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that it's all the rest of this is good. I'm willing to take that L for this. And really, it's not even an L. That's a false statement. The market's done well under other regimes. I say regimes, so easily, are other administrations and presidents. It's done well under them too. That's just a narrative, a fake narrative to me. So anyway, man. So let's get to our guest, because I know we gotta get out here. But like, I'm really excited to have our guest on today, man. It kind of just came up because I was at the Silas Lincoln game, and I was down there, and my man pulled up, and I was like, man, we've met before, and we have a history and all that, and man, I was just like, let's get on the pod, man, because he's a Tacoma legend, man. This dude's a Tacoma legend. Like a hooper, all league type hooper. If you say his name in the streets, out here. They know exactly who you're talking about. He's that guy. He got a family too. The family name carries in Tacoma. He's a Lincoln grad. He went to community college and hooped there too. And then now he's been modeling for 10 years. He said 10 years. I was like, wait, what? 10 years, bro? Like, that's crazy. And I truly believe this young man is going to be a model, superstar model at some point in time. It's going to break, and everyone's going to know his name. And his name, ladies and gentlemen, Lez'Jon Bonds. What's good, brother?
What's good? What's good?
Yeah, what's good with you, Bray?
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, got the best skin in the game.
Nah, J Dam got the light skins.
No, hey, what did my son say to you? The first thing, I didn't even tell him to say that. That's the first time he don't even know who you are. What'd he tell you?
First thing he looked at me, he said, "Oh, I could tell you got the skin already." That's the first thing he said.
Taylor's stupid. Taylor's funny for that. Yeah, that was funny. I was like, see, he sees it. So yeah, man. But how you been, man? Tell the people about yourself.
Man, honestly, I can't complain. Honestly, I take the ups with the downs. You know, can't take the highs too high. Can't take the lows too low. Gotta just stay in the moment, honestly.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And we have we'll talk a little bit about some Tacoma hoop and modeling and how you get into that, because like I was telling J Dam, like I don't know of any other athletes that have taken the path that you've taken to this point.
Oh,
and and I'll like be in a store, I'll be looking in a magazine or on a website and be like, oh, there's Lez'Jon right there, you know, because I'm a Nike head, so I'm going to buy Nikes, and there you is.
Facts. Yeah, facts.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I wouldn't. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Jaden.
No, it was just piggybacking off of that, like you getting into it, like because nowadays, I mean, model. It's thrown around so loosely now just because everyone thinks they're IG models, you know what I'm saying? But you're really doing it with like big corporations and actually like doing that type of stuff. Like, is there certain dream collabs you want? Like, I want to shoot for them, or do you still have certain goals like how other people do now, where it's like now the collabs are like for social media specifically?
I would say I have dreams that I haven't even thought like are realistic, that are now my real dreams, as far as like, I want to get signed overseas. I want to become a full stay-on model in a whole nother country. Definitely start to get my portfolio bigger to where I get like my ultimate dream though is to walk on like a Balenciaga runway. That's when you'll know. That's when you'll know. That's when you'll know I did something weird enough, you know, to not I'm weird looking enough, you know, to make it. You know, that's what it is.
Yeah. No, you definitely have a distinct look. Like, you know, people might think you Ugandan or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be like, you got that glisten. Hey, there's a pause disclaimer on this whole episode. I'll be like, wait, no, say like I'm gonna say like you got the glistening skin and all that. It's just definitely a look for sure. And you look like you belong too. Like that's the other thing. Is like, man, I tell people like, yeah, he's from Tacoma. Shit, I suspended him one time. That story. Yeah. So the story, so I used to be an assistant. So for those that's listening, I used to be an assistant principal at Foss, and Lez'Jon had his first year, or no, was that your sophomore year?
My sophomore year.
That was, so freshman and sophomore year you was at Foss.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And there was something that happened. There's a little kerfuffle that happened, you know, but that's how I met you, because that was my first year there. And that's how I met you. But I knew we all loved you though. Like it wasn't like you were a bad kid or nothing like that. Nobody, it was like, damn, we gotta do this, man. We like, I'm forcing me to make this decision. Like it was one of those. It wasn't any just like we all fucked with you heavy. I just hit actually Miss Bailey the other day. I was like, hey, I just was with Lay. Remember Lay? She's like, oh yeah, little Bay. Oh, I said hi.
Man, what? I ain't gonna lie. That felt like everybody was against me. That's what it felt like. Looking back, what happened was a C-team player was getting bullied, and I had like tried to play superhero, and then somebody was like, if you feel that kind of way, step outside. And I tried to be slick and go like out the side door of Foss. And then once that happened, the whole crowd followed us. And then after that, I thought I can get away from it if he swung first. So he swung first. I tried to dip it, and after that, it was still cooked. I missed like 5 games that year.
I was in the cafeteria. I see a whole. I'm just trying to get back to my office, man. Like school's over. I'm like trying to just chill, but the whole cafeteria is popping. So I was like, man, all right, something. I don't know. And then I see the whole because it's a basketball game going on. I think C team was going on or something, or no, it wasn't, but it was just in between. I see the whole crowd going. I'm like, bro, what? I was like, I already know what that means. So I go. Of course, I follow. I'm gonna go follow and see what's up. Yeah, niggas was out in the parking lot getting active
on game day. So yeah,
that's the thing, because I was new and I was like, as a former basketball coach and I know coach, I'm like, this is what y'all on game day?
Yeah,
like
on game day is crazy.
Yeah, on game day is wild. I would understand if it was not game day, but like, goddamn. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, we gotta clean this shit up. I'm coming in like Coach Carter, coming in like Joe Clark, the principal. And yeah,
I
but
will
anyway,
say
like
you definitely changed Foss, because Foss before the year you were there, it definitely felt like Oakland Alternative School. You definitely changed.
Oh, for real?
Oh, 100%. Like you guys brought in a whole new system. Like you guys brought in like a
golf claps.
I would say like
golf claps. It means a lot to a Falcon.
Yeah, you're a Falcon.
Hey, shout out to Umi.
I didn't even know Umi went to Foss.
Did you hear what he just said?
Yeah.
You're a Falcon?
Hey, that's the first.
That's crazy.
That's the first dude I called when I got there. When I got there, I called, hey, ask him right now. Yeah, that's the first dude I called. I was like, hey, we need t-shirts, bro.
It was the first dude I called. I'm blown away, honestly.
Okay, I disrespected a little bit. My bad. That's my bad. That's my bad.
No disrespect. It's just, I'm truly blown away. Yeah, that's not
that's
where
the first dude I
know each other.
Nah, I thought P and everybody else was the only ones. Honestly,
me and P. Yeah.
Okay then.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Crazy. 2006.
Yeah, those are.
Damn.
Yep. I call you and P. I've known P for since he was a kid, bro. Him and Dominique. We used to go to their house when they was like little kids. No Diddy, but you know, and because my mom and their parents knew each other, so. Yeah, Don and Carlos.
Yeah.
I'm throwing governments out there like it's nothing. I mean,
those are rocks. This house is built on a rock, and they're rocks in our foundation.
Yeah, I know.
Sure.
I know that. I know that's a fact. Like, and so that's why I'm always supportive of like all of Tacoma, obviously, but I don't think that people understand how far back all of these relationships go when I'm talking about them. It's like, nah, I know. I've been knowing cats since before they even knew who I was, or because you're a little baby, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's been dope, man. So yeah, this is dope to have Umi on too, man. It is very powerful, man. Very powerful. Just the connections, super dope.
Got some skin in the game.
Yeah, man. Like, but I think with J-Dam, and that's the whole point of this pod is like, no, we want everybody to win, man. Like, at the end of the day, free game. Like, it shouldn't be nothing should be gate kept. Let's tell the stories. Let's talk. Like, and not just us. I'm not saying we can be the only ones. There's other people doing it too. And I want to thank you for. There's no ego in this, man. For real.
Yeah, I do our best to remove it for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pray for y'all. Good to see y'all.
Yeah,
always
appreciate you, brother. Yeah, so Lay, yeah, man. So what's next for you, Lay? What you working on right now?
Right now I'm working on like the basics of like making clothes, starting sewing from the basics all the way down to patterns and seams and draping and things like that. And then just adding more to my portfolio in the avenue I'm in. So like I work a lot on graphics or 3D design and things like that. As far as like just having more to myself than just being just a part of the just a look. So then I think that's where as a model you can get pretty hindered or you can fall short because you look at yourself as just a model. And once that's the case, you're not ready for whatever else comes with it.
Yeah, and we talked about that when we sat down out there. It's like, man, you already have the mindset of an entrepreneur. So I think that you're going to find, just the way that you move, you're going to be doing other things anyway. And, like you're a real athlete, like you a real hooper. I mean, you do need to come and get this work at Frost Fridays, but,
He's crazy. He's crazy.
Hey, ask Key and them this morning. It's not that crazy. I'm not really not talking that crazy. But
you better ask J-Dem.
Ask me what?
I'm telling you.
Nah, man. So like, here's my thing. Like, how did you even get into modeling? Like, how did that even how does one get into modeling like that?
I would say for me personally, it kind of just happened. One day I was literally sitting in a car with my homie and kind of got one of those like those random DMs, where the model agencies will text you or like like in the request. I didn't think nothing
Mhm.
of it at first. So then I like kind of just skipped over it. The next weekend, actually, I'm chilling with the same exact person, the same exact spot. They contact me again. They're like, just come down to Bellevue for our open call. I'm like, well, I mean, what else we got to do? So, I just
Mhm.
pulled up first day. Like, I'm talking about like, I'm still smelling like weed. I still got the white t-shirt on, big jeans. Like, this is me, like, as 16 years old. So it's like, I'm still living wild at the time. So then I get there and there's like a whole line of people. And next thing you know, like I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm not gonna stand this line. So I literally just walk past everybody on the line, like I think there's like 20 of the models there waiting, trying to like pretty much figure it out. And I like just walk past them and I'm like, you got Yeezys on? Like this is 2016, so Yeezys ain't came out yet. So I'm
Mm.
like, I'll buy those off your feet right now. Like, come on, like, stop playing. I'll buy them right now. And he's like, come on, bro, just sit down real quick. Just let me talk to you. So then from there, we didn't even talk anything about like modeling or what it took to model. And then like from there, he just kind of said like, you're signed. And just show up to Portland, like show up to Portland next week. And then from there, we'll just take your digitals and then just take it from there. I'm still thinking it's fake. So then like when I get to Portland, I'm taking my digitals. Everybody else takes their digitals, but they're paying for digitals. This is where I should have knew that something was like a
Mhm.
red flag. So then I take my digitals, and then next thing you know, they tell me after I take them, I have a shoot with Nike. I'm still not thinking this is all real. Like I'm just
Yeah.
like I'm kind of just here. Like my grandpa took me, and we're kind of just there. Like, well, we're just all right. If that's what you guys said, we'll show up for it. So then I pull up to the Nike set, and when I first get there, I'm just like, "Are you sure this is for me? Like, are you like, why when I walk up, they tell me like, are you Lez'Jon? Like everything." So then from there, it was just over. Like my first ever shoe was on top of like the Portland Bridge for like
Mm.
those one Nike jackets with the fur on them. Like that was my
Yeah.
first ever shoe. It was craziest shit ever.
I
Fire.
remember that. I remember
Mhm.
seeing some of those pics.
Yeah.
Um, like, yeah, so, I mean, is J Dam finna go? J Dam, you finna go to the thing? I mean, you got to get you a DM from the modeling spot?
Shit, I ain't in that world. Someone had to put me on. You gotta throw me a lob. We're
Nah, I'd
trying to do
say
I'll
uh,
say we're trying to do some stuff with my kids though. We my kids know someone else's daughter that models and does a bunch of shoots with Nike. And they said something to us a couple weeks ago, like, hey, I think that Jojo and Aaliyah need to do modeling. And when they said it to me, I was just like, shit, I don't know no agents. I don't know no. And they're like, nah, we didn't either. But when our daughter got put on, this happened. So it's something that we just got reached out to about JoJo and Aaliyah doing some type of modeling and going and talking to someone. I think it might be out in Seattle or Bellevue too. So like I said, I
Okay.
don't nothing about that world, but
just to get some insight, I would say, if you're trying to get into it, I would definitely say
mhm,
go in person. Like in person
yeah,
castings compared
Yeah.
to like you can do submissions all day online, but if you really
mhm,
want to like get your raw uncut answer, definitely go in
yeah,
person. Like they'll tell
okay,
you straight to your face kind of what it is and what like
yep,
where
Mhm.
you can improve or things like that or where it's best
mhm,
for you. But
okay,
definitely, I would definitely say also, like, depending on what clients you want, things like that,
mm,
try to get signed in like more so like Portland as well. Cause like you gotta
okay,
think like there's a lot of more headquarters or like a lot more clients and different people in Portland compared to Seattle. So
okay,
Mhm.
yeah,
that all
Mhm.
goes
okay.
that all goes that all goes into it too.
Yeah. That
Is
makes
is
sense.
there is there my bad, is there a
But
certain point where because you obviously got the entrepreneur mindset, is there a certain point you always knew you're gonna go through with modeling, or was it like a lot of hoopers where it's like you're thinking only hoop and then this just end up happening on its own? Like, was
Mhm.
it hard? Was there a certain point where you were like, nah, I gotta put the ball down and I gotta stick with this. This is what's gonna make me money. This is what my passion. What point did it switch for you and like just the mindset getting into strictly modeling and putting the ball down?
Yeah.
I think it switched for me about like my junior year when I didn't make
Mm,
clearinghouse. When I didn't
mm,
make NCAA clearinghouse, that's when the reality
yep.
kind of hit because
Mm,
I had like probably my best summer ever as far as like my best year ever as far as junior year going through AAU, coming out, getting offers, things like that. And the next thing you know, not making clear, and I was kind of like shut everything down for me. It was like,
Yeah.
it just changed everything, like perspective wise. So then from there, I kind of just thought like, well, if I'm not gonna play basketball, people even had to tell me like at Lincoln, I was telling them I pretty much quit. Like I'm just done. Like I don't even want to just play
Yeah.
anymore. So then from there, we were just like after that, I just kind of knew like reality.
No, yeah. There's always some type of something like that that happens that makes you just, oh, I got to turn the page on this. Like for me, obviously,
Mhm.
I had a, I had a bunch of injuries anyway. But once I um tore ligament and pulled off a piece of my pelvic bone in China, I came home
Ooh.
and I still wasn't ready to give it up though. Like I was still like, after they told me it was gonna be a year recovery, and I was still kind of getting into it. I remember like that time I was injured. There was a full year I was injured. I was still up at the Y working out. Shit, that might have been the time. There's a certain time I came home after that injury, and I remember I might have been seeing Lele every day. Every day I seen Lele,
Literally.
Lele's like, nigga, let's play ones. I'm like, nigga, I'm
Yeah.
hurt.
He's telling you,
Like, and
nah, JD, I
he
remember
wasn't letting me
JD
know
used
for
to
an
used to
answer
the
though.
stiff back used to be the roller every day.
Bro,
Like,
I was
yeah.
hurt and he was not letting it slide though. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, but like after that, going into it like a second year of missing it, then it was like, okay, I'm playing next year. I'm healthy going into 2020, and then COVID shuts things down. And it's like, man, I got a kid now. I got a wife. I gotta just step into my business mode. I'm already an entrepreneur, but I gotta stop thinking I gotta wait until I'm done with basketball. I gotta just step into this now, and I feel like I changed my life. And that's why we opened this in the middle of COVID. Um, the following year could have been a dope opportunity because me and Mikey could have went and played in Romania together. But it was like by that time I just had my second kid, and I was like, nah, man, this is who I am. I gotta put the ball down. So it was like it was a mindset thing, but also it was just I was forced out of it without like stepping away the way I wanted to. So I always like to hear those stories like, man, what made you put the ball down? Because I feel like growing up hooping and doing stuff, like it's hard to think of something after hoop or even to put the ball down and go to something else.
I mean, I think personally, I mean, really, I wanted to first ask you, how did you get into exactly knowing that you wanted to use physical therapy as like your business, or how did you know that like that's what
Yeah.
you wanted to pursue?
Yeah. I feel like it was just it unintentionally turned into a part of me. So in eighth grade, I used to be super, super short. So in eighth grade, I went through a big growth spurt where I had really, really bad Osgood-Schlatter to the point where like I had to take off 6 months of sports, and like I had to miss
Yeah.
school because I couldn't walk. And I was in PT for all of eighth grade. Then I was in PT a lot of through high school just with different random injuries. Like my knees were really, really bad. And then college I ended up having knee surgery. Then I had ankle surgery. I had foot surgery. And
Sheesh.
then
Damn.
I didn't really have my first healthy year until my senior year of college, where it was like, okay, I'm a full year being healthy. I got in the best shape of my life, and I grew 2 inches in college too. And I got kind of athletic out of nowhere. And before that, I thought I was just gonna go back to school and just be a PT. I was like, man, I've had so many damn injuries. If I'm not meant to hoop, I'm meant to help somebody with some injuries. So
Yeah.
once it was in, once I went and played overseas, it was the same thing. Like, man, I want to do PT, and then I started studying like the injuries that I had. I was seeing guys like uh LeBron or different pros or celebrities in general come back from injuries in half the time. And it was one of those things where I was doing so much. I was like, there's no way they're working harder than me. How are they healing faster than me? How are they getting back to this? And then back then I started looking into different like herbs. What supplements are these people taking, or what are they doing? And everything started leading back to like cryotherapy, red light therapy, infrared, but it wasn't available to anyone that wasn't a multimillionaire. So it was like
Yeah.
that's why they were in LA and Beverly Hills. And I was like, man, one day I'm gonna open one of these and make it accessible and affordable for everyone in the town. So as soon as I got back from China, like I had the injuries, I went to Cali to try to do it. It was like 250 to do cryo, red light, and the infrared sauna. Mind you, at the time I couldn't afford it. So I was like, man, that's some
Right.
bullshit. Like, how much, even if I could afford it, how can I do it every day? So came back, started making the connections. I thought it was going to be realistically in like the year 2030. Like I thought I'm done with sports. I'm done with this. And then after a couple of injuries, I was like, man, I just feel like it's my time to go all in and open this now. I already had 2 years of connections with all the people. So that's what I knew I needed to help people like in terms of like longevity and injuries and to tell the truth, it ended up leading down a different path to me going down my own rabbit hole of what people are doing. And it was just something that I was heavy on bringing to the town because I feel like it wasn't accessible for people like us. It's like you're telling me people get in infrared saunas 3 days a week to add, you know what I'm saying, 10, 15 years to their life. And no one here knows what an infrared sauna is. No one here is done red light, but every big time doctor is giving it to people that have cancerous cells in their body or there's inflammation. So you're telling me to get in the ice tub every day when I never knew that a cryo chamber, my body responds completely differently. So it was like one of those things where educating myself on it. Now it's like, it was something I needed. I was like, I'm bringing it to the town and I'm gonna put everyone else on. And I feel like that in every aspect of life now. Like I missed out on opportunities with stocks, crypto, real estate. Now it's like I'm teaching myself everything and I'm just giving free game to everyone. Anything I learn, I'm teaching everyone.
Yeah, like a newborn all over again.
Exactly.
That's facts. That's dope, man.
Yeah.
I love that story. When did you decide to get management? Did that already start with like when you had that first meeting? And this is for Lez'Jon. Did you have a like, so when you had that first meeting, are you with that same management company or how do you,
No,
are
actually,
you part of a management company? How's that work?
So that management company that I first signed with, it was called Muse Management, and this is where if you are looking to looking to get into modeling, you should do your research because my first agency was a scam actually, like, and they had like a whole bunch of warnings and everything where they were kind of known for not paying people for their jobs. So pretty much did like, I want to say like 4 or 5 years of work for Nike and like not one I got posted yet, which is kind of odd. Like everything was internal. So kind of like nobody was believing me or like nobody actually knew I was like a signed model. And one day I like asked them kind of like, what's going on with this shoot? Like, am I getting paid for this? And they like just pretty much unsigned me right then and there. And then this is actually when I'm in college now at this point. So then I get a call while I'm in class, like they're blowing me up while I'm in class. So I step out and I answer the phone and they're saying like, you're supposed to be here. Like we called your agent and everything, but I'm not knowing anything. So then at this point I'm telling them like, I didn't get paid for a job. I didn't know about this job. So from then Nike actually like backed me up and then made like a small claims court and then like made me to where, put me on with my new agency now, Q6 and Johnny, which is pretty much the best agency I had.
Fire.
That's dope. Yeah, that's really dope.
Fire.
And that's the kind of stuff that I don't know. Like, I don't know that world.
No, exactly. That's what I was going to ask is now that you have an agency, do you do any work in terms of you trying to network or reach out to certain brands now, or does the agency kind of run everything for you and just only talk to you about it?
As far as like bigger brands and things like that, definitely agency. Like a lot of work goes into like your own personal, like your own personal brand with your agency. For instance, like if you have really good digitals or really good portfolio, it's easier for your agency to cast you out to a certain kind of brand or get your look out to certain people because you can present in a lot of different ways. Like for me personally, I like to present myself in like an athletic way, being able to like maybe even play soccer someday or rock climb or to all the way to high fashion and maybe working on cars or something like that. So all the clients vary. So being able to do a lot of different things always helps.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like I got it. Like for instance, I didn't mean to cut you off on that.
No, go ahead.
But like for instance, I got a casting for kickboxing and I can't kickbox for nothing, but somebody that can probably got that job, you know? So so to look at it like that, it's being able to do more while being yourself I think that's important.
No, for sure.
What I was going to say is now as I'm hearing you talking, I'm thinking of like, man, because I go back to that statement of I haven't seen anyone around here, but I have. Someone I graduated with, he was a year ahead of me at Peninsula. His name is Jesse Taylor. He's still out there somewhere. But yeah, he went and modeled and he used to drive down to Portland. I'd be in Fred Meyer and I see this dude on the Hanes underwear pack. I'm like, yo, that's Jesse right there. Like, that's crazy. Literally. Yeah, he'd be in the Fred Meyer ads every Sunday back when they had newspapers. Like, yeah, so he was really getting placements. And and so like, but he never took it to like the level that you're talking, like with Balenciaga and the high fashion. And I feel like your look, he had more of an all-American kind of look. Your look is more distinct and for a runway, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Do they say that you need to do anything body-wise for that, like in terms of like how nutrition or anything like that? Do they talk about any of that part of it The management company?
Not exactly, because the management company only goes as far as you want to go. They're not,
Okay.
they're never going to make you do anything out of your comfort zone, or they're never going to
Yep.
make you do anything like to where like you're just, this is not you. But if you yourself, if they can tell yourself, well, if they can tell with the person they're representing that they want to be a model, they want to pursue this, and they want to like naturally get their body in shape, and they take care of themselves every
Yeah.
time they see them face to face, that really means that makes all the difference, honestly, because
Yeah.
nobody wants to believe in somebody more than somebody's dream for them, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Facts. Yeah, that's facts. Well, man, like, shoot, you got to get going, J Dam. I mean, we got.
T and the kids just got up here. I had someone that was coming in. I put a little sign on the door telling them like go put themselves in the chamber. So I still got a couple more minutes.
Yeah, I want to just talk.
Okay.
I want to talk about the Lincoln Silas game, man. We was at the Lincoln Silas game. Let's talk Tacoma hoop a little bit because J Dam's I got two alumni here, so
Come on.
two Tacoma legends here. Let's talk about some Tacoma hoop. So, what were your thoughts on the game, man? Like, what'd you see, Lez'Jon?
I mean, overall, it's kind of hard to watch as a Lincoln alumni because especially yeah, it's hard watching as Lincoln alumni. Like, first, I want to say it's hard watching them lose to Wilson. Like, that's just straight up. Like, that's just something that's not supposed to happen.
That's just normal shit,
First of all, I don't even know who he even beat at Wilson. So I mean, beat at Lincoln. So I'll give him that. So
hey, when I was there with Lincoln had a squad when I was in high school. We was both at state. We had a squad. They used to have to bring in bleachers.
Did you beat them twice though? That's all that matters.
We split.
Okay.
We beat them at home, but not at their place.
Yeah. Okay. Cause my time at Lincoln, I only lost 3 games. I'm just saying. I went 52-3.
Okay.
You guys had a squad. You guys definitely had a squad.
Was that Trey Fisher? Was that squad? Was that those years?
My year, it was me, Bullet, Trey Anderson.
Oh yeah. We've had Trey on the show. Yep.
No, you guys had a squad for sure.
Damn, that squad was cold.
But speaking on the Lincoln team now, I would say it's definitely hard to watch. I don't want to compare it to my team at all, but Lincoln as an organization had a culture. We had a instilled culture to where everybody bought in and you played hard no matter what, and you were held accountable. So like watching the game now, it was like a lot of people are undisciplined in a lot of ways to where you can tell like earlier in the season that a lot of things weren't honed in, maybe because they were maybe told they were maybe too good, because like being young and being that good is also a thing. Like, and they have a lot of hype. It's kind of hard, being Davion and being like having the keys as a freshman. I told him that, it is tough. So when I was coming up, me and Trey were the only freshmen to play varsity at all. I was like, and those were scary. And there was scary minutes to where you turn the ball over, you're getting taken straight out. But, so now he has the keys. So to watch him have the keys and see Trey Collier like make their own moves and everybody still be young, I think that's major for Tacoma.
No, absolutely. No,
like,
facts.
Go ahead, J-Dan.
I would agree. It's hard to watch. Wilson, I still call it Wilson, but Wilson play nowadays. I feel like since changing, and some of these schools are trying to get new coaches and new people around, like everything has changed so much at Wilson. Like I will say this about Howard, he did a great job of changing the culture and having almost like a college type program going through there.
He did.
And for him to go through whatever he went with the with staff or whatever was going on up there, to like the new people come in and immediately just like, okay, we're not necessarily trying to put in our old culture. We just want to make sure you guys like, we're cutting out anything that has to do with Howard, this and that. When Howard did a good job at getting alumni and bringing everyone through to like, I feel like some of the new coaches come in and it's like, nope, we're in a new era. They don't care about nothing that happened in the past, when it's like, nah, you got to, they went to state for like 7 straight years. It's like, you need to bring alumni back. You need to bring these type of guys back and help with boosters and do this type of stuff. Where now I feel like the past 2 coaches, or not maybe 3 coaches since Howard's been gone, I feel like it's been people trying to put their own stamp on it. And like, nope, this is a new era versus like, nah, man, just embrace this shit, carry on what Howard did, and connect with the alumni, do this. And I feel like it's not the same as it was at all. Like they try to stay away from alumni and past people.
Is it like that? Like because no joke. Like me and Ian, J-Dam, like we're getting ready to do, last year we did the stadium alumni night. And for senior night, I had people down here at Abode, you know what I mean? And it was only like it was the groups that I had. But now this year, for the second year, like and I literally was just talking to him about it, like before I got on this call. I was like, because it's going to be in a couple weeks. And I'm like, man, like I'm going to just give it to the assistant principal and the AD and whoever. And like, it's for everybody. Like come down here, pre-funk, and then we're going to go up the street. But at the same time, I'm a former coach and a former teacher and all of those things there. Like, I feel like it shouldn't come from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pushing it.
No,
you know
exactly.
What I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't know if it's like that at the other schools or not. I don't know.
Nah,
like,
I think that's one of the things that just, in terms of Tacoma versus Seattle, people talk about. I think that's one of the things that just puts Tacoma behind, where it's just like a lot of coaches just have pride and want to handle things their own, versus like Seattle, like there's alumni. They're bringing alumni to the open gyms. They're bringing everyone through. So it's just like, it's a huge program that everyone's supporting. Some of the coaches now in Tacoma, like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about there's a bunch of coaches doing a great job. You know, Bobby, everyone at Bellarmine is doing great. Him and his whole staff. But like in general, like, name another alumni that got invited back to Wilson to talk to the players or hoop with them or do anything. Like when Howard was there, we had alumni, he had college coaches coming in. And then when it wasn't season, he wanted the best players in the town to come hoop. Like Lele, I guarantee he invited you to come to some open gyms. Like Howard did a good job of trying to have the whole town together and like, nah, man, we're all in this together, versus, I won't say no names, but there's so many coaches in Tacoma. It's like, if you say you're leaving or you're not a part of the program, they're not fucking with you. And they're going to talk bad on your name. They don't want you around them if you're not doing something for them, you know, which that's the thing I don't fuck with for a lot of Tacoma hoops. It's like, at the end of the day, these players are going to college and then they're from Tacoma. It ain't like, nah, man, it's Lincoln only and he's my player. Nah, man, help get all these kids to the next level and everyone can play their part.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a
that's
two-way
what
street.
we're doing exactly.
Oh,
go ahead.
My bad. I feel like with that one, it's kind of a two-way street, and kind of at the same time, because in my opinion personally, I look at it like, well, like I remember being in high school and sometimes getting like an alumni that would come back and talk to me and be like, well, look at him like, well, what's this nigga talking about? Like I don't know, you know what I mean? Like so for Wilson, I can honestly say, like, you know, when Emmett Matthews comes back, I can genuinely say, like, you know, Emmett's one of my best friends, and I can say, like, they look at Emmett as one of the best players to ever play in Tacoma. So for them to be closer in age and be able to able to go to those games and be able to see those, like, for me personally, I was young trying to go to Desmond Trent's games and things like that. So for anybody before Desmond Trent, I can't even say that I know was good in high school personally. So.
But that's not. To me, that's the point, though. It's like we shouldn't have that disconnect. You know, like you in a small town, you know who these people are. Like,
but I think the kids. But I didn't mean to cut you off again. But I think it's the kids. I think it's the kids that don't have, like, you have to understand that change with the time. So like kids don't really care for it as much. Like you gotta think, like, they don't have that level of appreciation for what the culture was before, because like nowadays. You gotta think they're really young, and as sophomores they can say, like, well, you weren't doing what I was doing as sophomore. Like, you didn't have the keys like I have the keys. Like, you know, so it's a fair argument for them to say, but at the same time, it's like, as a coach, I can't really blame them because they're working like kind of against the grain at the same time.
Yeah, for sure. I know with Howard, at least, like if he would bring guys in that people on the younger team would look up to. Like I remember. This is once I was done, but he would, like, once Ahmad was doing his stuff and playing in college, he would bring Ahmad back to come talk to some of his players. Like, man, this is someone you guys know and you guys talk about, so I'm bringing them back to talk to you. So you're not just listening to no one. Because like you said, I agree with that. When I was in high school, they'll bring a random 60-year-old back, like, back in my day. I'm like, bro, you're not fucking with me.
But literally.
Like, he at least made sure it was guys that were, like, at least still a part of it, still in there, or even guys that might still come back and bust his current players' asses. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why he'd have open gym. Like, nah, it's okay. You guys think you're good. We'll have these players come back and play you, and just doing bad. But it was just a way of changing the culture and getting guys where, like where they wanted to be. It's like, this is where you want to be. Okay, well, let this guy tell you what it takes and what it looks like. Just talking mindset, talking what it is outside of practice, what you're doing. And like I said, I don't know what all the coaches are doing nowadays, but that was one of the things that I felt like Seattle had a better one up on us in terms of like letting Garfield might let beach players in and come work out with them in the offseason. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that a lot in Tacoma. It's like, nah, we're our own team. We're not fucking with these players.
I think I think all great points, and I agree with all of them. And I think that means we need to start creating more touch points because for example, like this morning at Breakfast Club, Keyshawn, Nate, I got alumni in there, Foss alumni hooping. And I think that's a great touch point. And if you have that continual relationship, you won't have that disconnect as much. You know what I mean? Because there's engagement and there's interaction at least. And so you at least can keep some touch points in there. But that's up to the community too. We can't sit here and talk down on our young players. I feel very strongly about this. I said this in a text thread the other day. I was like, I don't like how people be talking down on the young bucks, but ain't nowhere to help them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, where you at? Like, don't be saying don't talk crazy about them if you ain't around to help. Like, that's all I have on that, because the coaches,
absolutely,
they put in so much time. They put in so much time to coach, bro. Like, to coach is, I don't care if you're good or bad or indifferent. Like, you still at least get respect just for doing it. Like,
absolutely.
So that's how I feel. But yeah, man, like, I just feel like Tacoma hoop is so special. I've always felt really strongly about it. I always wished I went to a Tacoma school. I went to Peninsula High School, and I'd beat all the Tacoma schools in summer leagues. But I wanted to play in the real league time, though. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to really compete. And that's why I went to Tacoma Community College. I took pride in wearing that across my chest. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I really feel strongly about Tacoma hoop, and just Tacoma kids in general, just Tacoma students, don't matter who, but yeah, Tacoma in general. So yeah, man, I agree. Dave got the keys though. Dave's the one. Like,
absolutely,
he's clearly the one, in my opinion. I like Ronnie too.
You think he'll be there all 4 years?
I think it's tough to say. Personally, it's tough. It's real tough to say. I think if he can figure out how to win where he's at, then it'll be a lot easier, because I think when times get a lot harder, their group as a group kind of breaks down. They don't have anybody to like kind of make sure, and don't have nobody like as a senior or that one football player that don't give a fuck, that just kind of tells you like, stop crying. Like, they don't have that. So like, once he becomes and kind of sees like that I'm a killer and believes in himself and just that, and gives that off to everybody around him, I think everybody around him will be a lot better, to where these games aren't even a question.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Who else y'all seen? Well, we talk about Silas Foss, Lincoln, Mount T got hoopers. A lot of
I haven't seen
guys.
Mount T though.
They're athletic. I mean, I like the brand of basketball. Coach Dom he's a very good coach, and it's his first year, so and it's a tough league, Narrows league, man. Like, you got to play Bellarmine, Lincoln, Wilson, Silas, and Central Kitsap and Mount T, and then the bottom half of it is like Timberline, someone else. Like, basically, it's not even like they would be at the top of the league in the bottom half. If they were, or in the other half on the other side, if they're in that, they would be at the top half. It's Gig Harbor. Gig Harbor's pretty good. Yeah, it's two different leagues. You got City League, basically. It reminds me of Narrows League back in the day, just without Foss. That's all. That's the only team not in it. Outside of that is Narrows League. So it's tough, but yeah, they're good. I like what they have. They got the point guard Zion. He should be running track.
Speaking of who like.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Lez'Jon Bonds might be the most underrated Tacoma hooper of all time.
Come on.
That's crazy.
Make it a clip.
Crazy.
That's my favorite lefty.
That's crazy.
Come on.
Just got back
brick by brick. That's dope. Hey, man, we've had cameos. This is the dopest. This is my favorite episode of Brick by Brick for sure. We just got random cameos. Umi.
You seen this?
We literally was just talking about him.
Hold on. Em is talking about this, the new joint.
Hey,
I ain't gonna say nothing about that clip from last night.
Come on, bro.
I didn't even see it. What happened?
J-Rock. Hey, it's all
J-Rock.
love.
We
That
gonna have
clip
J-Rock
last
on.
night was crazy. That was a
We gotta have
ankle
J-Rock
breaker.
on. We gotta have J-Rock on to talk about that.
Oh my God. Hey, that was a cold move. I ain't gonna lie. Just know I seen it and I was like, damn, that was clean. Then it was like McLaughlin. I was like, that was a J-Rock that did it. And I was like, oh, he was on defense. I was like, never mind.
Hey, but he's done that to he's done a lot of done that to a lot of people. So it's gonna come back at some point, man. But that clip though is crazy. When you sent that, I was like,
bro,
I thought it was just gonna be some random stuff.
Nah, that was a cold ass crossover.
Well, you guys make it sound. I gotta go look at that. I gotta go check
that. Bro, I think NBA or it might have been G League that posted it. It was like they might have collabed on a.
Hey, chill.
Bro, I ain't joking. They got some views. That's all I know.
He said they might have collabed.
Bro, it ended up on my timeline right when it was posted. Somebody collabed on that because it went straight to the top of the feed.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, man, I actually got to get up on the road. I'm headed to Pullman because I'm Montana State's at Idaho. I'm gonna go check out my man, shoot some video over there. Brick by Brick will be in the building in Idaho. Montana State's looking at a Big Sky champion, in my opinion, a title run. Montana State. Montana State's 3-0. They just beat Eastern last night. They got Idaho next at Idaho. I'll be there. Could be 4-0 going back to the Brick. So So yeah, I'm gonna head over there. But man, anything else, Lez'Jon, that you should tell? Like if the young bulls right now, like the Daves of the world, the Treys of the world, because we gonna have them on at some point. The young hoopers at Tacoma. You got anything for them, man? Because you a legend. Like you the one. So what do you say to them?
If I could say anything, I would say just believe you're a killer. Don't let people tell you you're too good, but always know there's somebody, not even just that there's somebody's working, but just know that like at any moment, like it can all be taken from you. Somebody can show up to the gym that you never heard of. He'll bust your ass, give you 30. So stay a killer, but don't just be a killer on the nights where you're supposed to be. Like, be a killer when you play Mount T, be a killer when you play Central Kitsap, the same way, but just don't take it for a game.
Facts. And it's going to be even worse nowadays because they're letting 40-year-olds come back and play. They're letting anyone come back and hoop. I
got 3 years too. I got 3 years of eligibility. If I wanted to, I could go back right now.
Yeah, see, you're going to be playing too. They're going to have 4 kids with they letting anyone come back and play, bro. I got to check my shit. I might have to check mine.
You might have a year left.
Bro, I'm like 4 years. Don't let me get back.
You might have a year left or 2 for real.
Bro, kids on the bench with me and everything. NIL going crazy.
Yeah,
it's going crazy, bro.
They said Kenny Lofton and Kyrie Walker's finna go back to college.
Yeah, they're going back. That is not fair, bro. But I'm here for it.
Wait.
Yeah,
Kenny Lofton.
Kyrie Walker's going back.
And the one that played for Memphis, like 4.
No, he ain't. No, he ain't.
All-American, no. He was an All-American.
He ain't going back. You said back to college?
Back to college from China.
Back to college. Yeah. Dude, the dude that was a first-round draft pick a couple years ago just went back and played and signed with Baylor this week and already played in the game.
He played in the game?
Who's the girl? There's a girl that just got signed from overseas, and she's 7 foot, but she's like 40. She's hella old. Bro, I went through the comments like, bro, someone pulled the receipts because I don't even know the age. Bro,
he said
hella old.
40?
Bro, minimum, bro.
Wow, bro.
All right, minimum. So let me ask you guys then. So if the bag is right, is it terrible? Like, like morally, for the game of basketball, it's horrible. But like, if it was you, would you do it? Yes or no?
Yeah. If it happened a couple years ago, right after open their performance, like I'm doing that over going back overseas, bro. I would have been back over there if they told me like, hey, you have 2 years left. After I got home from China, it would have been ugly. And I would have picked a wild school. I would have been in Miami or something.
I'm not faulting them for getting the bag at all, man. Like I'm not. I personally, yes, I'm going. I don't think it's good for the game. I don't think, but at the same time, we have to think of college like pros. I don't even it ain't even college basketball no more. It's not college football no more. It's pro football and pro basketball. So I think if we shift our mind around it, it just happens to happen on a college campus, and it just happens to be the team. The college is sponsoring the team, but at the same, it's not. It's pro basketball now at this point. So
it's exactly it's pro basketball, but also it's like in other sports, it's going to be taken advantage of. Like if you have a guy that just played 4 years of college football and then now just played 4 years of pro football in Canada and is twice as strong, he gonna come back and hurt a 18-year-old. You know, So that's where it steps into like, hey man, what do we or a baseball player for that matter? You got a 28-year-old baseball player that just did fucking 4 years of steroids coming back and hitting bombs at the college level. And it's so much mentally maturing too. It's just like, if they're allowing it, someone's going to take advantage of it. There's going to be a baseball player off the couch with the big league chewing his shit with bro, coming back and cooking kids, bro. Like, and they're
like
playing
Bengay.
Bro, I'm telling you, but if they played 4 years with the Rainiers and it's like, oh shit, I could go back and play for UW, bro. They're coming back and getting an NIL and going crazy.
They got to make a rule against that though, man. Like if you played any other professional sports, not NCAA, you shouldn't be able to come back. I think that's a reasonable.
I think it got to be even stricter than that. Like it got to be even stricter than that. Like
after high school, they're gonna have to start a clock. And other than that, it got to be some type of appeal. Yeah. Like 6 years, and if anything goes wrong, it's an appeal. But you can't just have kids in college, because it's deeper than that too. Where it's like, if they're on campus, like at some point, you can't have these random 30-year-olds on campus with 18-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we talked about that, bro.
Yeah, you can't do that.
That low key happens though. Like at the same time though.
Oh, it does.
I've had classes with 30-years-olds.
No, I have too. I have classes with 40-years-olds, but I'm talking about some of these niggas gonna take advantage, and they finna be in the dorm parties. Wild.
Yeah.
They're finna hit a game winner post game and be on some Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Niggas got 401ks already.
I'm telling you, bro. It's
niggas got full families.
Full families, man. I'm
for
telling
real.
You.
Man, that's comedy, bro. Yeah, man. Well, we'll pick this conversation back up. We've had people on multiple times, so this won't be the last time that you on, Lay. So I appreciate you tapping in, man. It was a quick one, but we just enjoy having you on, man. And everybody that's been on here, it's a relationship, you know what I mean? And it's part of the family. So now you're part of the brick by brick family. We got big things coming this year. We got merch and all that other stuff, but I need my crypto bags to pump. I ain't gonna lie. Like I need that shit to pump because that's where it's coming from. So
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Another question too is, being 26, like whether we're hoopers or whatever the case may be, how do we even access, or how do we go to even, get that first step, or how do we make that first investment of crypto? Like, that's one thing I want to know and pursue.
Yeah. And with me is, I mean, shit, Emmett will tell you when dudes come in here, we're not talking recovery. We're talking investments. We're talking real estate. We're talking crypto. We're talking stocks. We're talking anything, you know what I'm saying? So like, if ever you want to reach out to me, or even Dave for that matter, or want to sit down, there's a lot of guys your age now that come up here, or they want to have coffee with me just to pick my brain on stuff. So, I mean, the stuff that I know, the stuff I learned, bro, I'm an open book with the shit. And Dave's the same way. That's why we have this podcast. So, if there's ever a time you want to sit down, talk about it, and talk about anything, bro, we're all the shit we know, all the knowledge we know, we don't gatekeep shit. We're open about it. So.
Like, I think for someone like you, I think the opportunity is first and foremost the whatchamacallit. J-Dam, help me. God, what's the loan? The covenant.
Oh, the covenant. Yeah. That's great.
Looking into the covenant program.
You guys want to say what's up to me one more time before you head out?
Yeah. What's good? Hey, we talking about the covenant program. You know about the covenant program, Umi? Ooh, talk to him, J-Dam.
It's a program for first-time Black home buyers. So, and first time is a little bit loose. Like, basically a Black home buyer that ain't bought a house in really the last 3 years. There's different ways around it, but they'll do 20% down, pay your down payment, closing costs. There's different rules behind it. We just got to see if someone can get pre-approved and with the lender and stuff, but it's really like reparations for Black people at this point. Like you're getting 20% down on a house, that depending on the situation, you might not have to pay back, and it's no down payment, no closing costs. So in the end of the day, I mean, you think about how much real estate goes up in the next 5-10 years. You could be setting yourself up, your family, with just free 6 figures minimum. So it's a good program that they started last year for, Black, brown, Asian Washingtonians. That like I said, that's another program that people could take advantage of and build some more generational wealth, in my opinion.
Yeah, and so the reason why I think of you, Lez'Jon, is because you have family that's been here for a while. Because one of the stipulations is you have to have family and produce the evidence that you had family here before 1968.
Oh,
so
yeah. One of our cousins. I'm not gonna say his name. But yeah, I'm sorry. That's not the name of. That wasn't the name of it though.
There might be
that he used.
There's
Pardon
multiple.
Me. That was the name that he used, but he's going through that program right now. One of our cousins, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that's a powerful thing. And he's right. He is the exact ideal candidate for that. For sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, I can't see in the screen. You have to get right behind. I don't know if you have to be right behind him. I think because it's a thin screen. But yeah, man. That to me is like one of the things. Is just kind of that part, and then how I learned about all this stuff when I got into crypto. I just basically watched YouTube videos, man. Like I just had certain channels, and they would talk about the financial markets, and because I was holding crypto, but I didn't understand, and I was on X all the time. And that's where I learned about all the cryptos, and there's a lot of scammy people and stuff, and influencers. But but still, I've navigated the space and just had to learn myself. But now I just when I watch YouTube, bro, it's literally just the crypto channels. Like they're like set up like the news, just like NBC, but it's just all financial market and crypto stuff, and that's just what I watch now. Like it's all I do.
You also only got to focus on like a top like 5 or 6. Like when I first got into it, bro, I was looking at 20, 30 different ones.
Yeah, because it looks overwhelming it
is. It really is. It's just focus on, go on. You could, and even if you want to Google, show me the top 10 cryptos, and what do they do? It's going to show Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, XRP, Solana. It's going to have a couple other in there, but then from there, just read one paragraph on each one. Like, okay, well, why would someone use this token? It's not just random money. It's like, why would I need to use this token in the future? And then from there, you might be like, oh, damn, this sounds dope. And this is one in top 5 that I believe in the next 5 years, 10 years. And that might be something you throw money into. I will say this. When I watched so many videos, I've had so many conversations, and what you really start to learn even more once you throw your first dollar in and just start to watch how it moves, watching the trends, the bull markets, bear markets. And then from there, some of the things that you see on when they do start talking on channels or YouTube, it starts to make more sense once you got a little bit of skin in the game.
I feel like crypto is a good place to learn faster too, because in the stock market, the volatility isn't there, so you don't get to understand things as quickly because it doesn't happen fast. But over there in crypto, shit, it could be 12% day, and that's just a Tuesday. And
can you explain the difference in crypto and stock market? Like when you say that, what's the difference?
So the stock market is okay, and I'm just throwing an arbitrary number out there, is like a $300 trillion market, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how much it is. Don't take that like it. I'm just telling you just for scale. 300 trillion versus 3 trillion is crypto. So it's like way bigger. So the waves in the stock market are really slow and small because it's so big. It's like the Titanic. Versus crypto, which is like a little boat that you getting in with a little motor on the back. And when you get in them deep waters, that should be, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just not as much. And I guess that's just the analogy I'll use. But it's just not as much money in there. So when someone sells $100 billion, $1 billion or whatever, it moves that $3 trillion a lot because there's only $3 trillion versus 300 trillion. That 1 billion won't move that 300 trillion even an inch, because there's so much money in it. And crypto is not enough money so 1 billion will move crypto.
Yeah, for
hard.
sure.
It crashes up and down.
Another way to even put it too is like how we were talking about earlier was they print money every single day. You know, it's just so this printing money. How much of that is running in and out of the stock market every single day? That's just printed out of thin air. There's only going to be a certain amount of some cryptos. Like in a certain amount of time, there's not going to be no Bitcoin left. So it can only go up. So that's kind of another way to put it with some of these tokens as well, where it's like when they are printing more money in the US, some of these other cryptos will actually go up. And it's basically that's how you put it. Like you're not going to see gold crash down super low. It's like at some point, not a lot of people are going to have gold, you know? Yeah. So it's just another term of investment, just another way to invest in a certain thing, something you believe in. The same way with when you are looking into stocks, you might believe in Apple or Tesla, things you like, something you believe in. If you try to look at the whole entire stock market, even if you look at the whole S&P 500, it's too much and you're going to be overwhelmed. You're not going to learn nothing. Same thing with crypto. It's like, man, what project do I believe in? What you might find something like, hey, I guarantee I might only own this and not own a single dollar in 5 years because I think I want to pay with this type of stuff in 5 years.
And that's what Bitcoin, like, so if it were me, if I were to give advice, and well, my advice to anyone, and this is just not financial advice, nothing on this is I'm not a financial advisor and I'm a degenerate, but I would start at Bitcoin. So that's how I started. I started at NBA Top Shot and I was like, what is this? This is an NFT. What's that? Oh, and then it went to Bitcoin. That's how I got into crypto, is NBA Top Shot, NFTs. I still hold all of them too. But Bitcoin was my first thing. And I got Bitcoin and I made my first money off that. I was like, ooh. And then I went down the risk curve and I was like, well, I want to make more, you know, but Bitcoin is where I would start for everybody. And honestly, you don't even have to go outside of Bitcoin unless you want to. But the government's getting ready to buy Bitcoin. Countries are buying Bitcoin. Everything is like Bitcoin is about to be mainstream and you're getting in right now at the very, very bottom. This is the very, you're still early. Just learn about it. Just watch videos on it. Like, because bro, it's the future, man. So that's what I would say is just start there. And if you're talking about putting your money in somewhere safe, that's just going to go up for the rest of eternity, just putting it into a fund that's S&P 500. So me and J-Dan were talking about my son's college fund. It's tied to the S&P 500, which is the stock market at whole. So you can basically just put money and bet on the whole stock market, basically. And if you look at the stock market in general, it's done nothing but go up since its existence. Like it's done nothing but go up, literally. So that's the safest bet, I think, is the stock market. Just betting on the S&P 500, which is the whole stock market. That's a safe bet. Like no, there's not one financial advisor that would tell you that's not safe. But I could be wrong. That's not financial advice.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy because like being 26, you know, or like being like from a hooper's perspective, like you don't really have any, like on our timeline, we don't see anything as far as like stocks go or what cryptocurrencies are hot, you know, or things like that. So as far as like my first ever, you know, real investment was XRP. So to kind of like follow that or kind of see that bull run and things like that, or kind of follow that trend up and down, kind of got like a little bit of a sense of it. But at the same time, I would say, or wonder at the same time also kind of like what wallets to use or like what things to exactly or particularly watch, or where things are better to watch necessarily, because crypto is so big, it's so vague to where there's too many perspectives in my opinion. Like it seems like you can follow one person or you can follow one trend and you'll bet on it, and not to say that you have like an expectation for it, but it'll be something you didn't expect at all because, you know, this is somebody who doesn't really understand what they're doing, just has a platform. So it's kind of like that's where it's kind of hard, and you want to know like who has actual knowledge compared to like just jumping in it and just hearing anybody talk. That makes sense, because it's your money. Yeah, nobody wants to lose money, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Facts. And my first question would be like, do you want to trade or do you want to invest? You know, because some people just want quick money, and if you want quick money, go to the prediction markets or DraftKings or bet on sports or something like that. You know, but if you want to invest into something that I think in 10 years will be worth more money, and that's where okay, let's have the conversation about Bitcoin and holding it for a long time.
Yep.
Or you know, like there's some that I think are safe long holds, which is Bitcoin is a super safe long hold. But if you want to,
sure.
but if you're talking about, well, I want to pull it out in 2 years. Well, okay, well that's different. Like we're talking about a different investment vehicle.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so that's, I guess it just depends on what the person's goals are. So that's how
it's also don't try to learn it all at one time. That's when it gets overwhelming. I've went through every stage where it was like I started off the wrong way, where I was learning penny stocks. Then I learned just regular big stocks that are on the S&P 500. Then I started learning crypto. Then I started getting into, now it was options in the futures. And then now this past week, I've actually been trading like futures. Actually, I've been trading gold and the S&P 500, but I've been trading it on the Forex market instead, so I don't have expirations. So it's just like learn one little thing at a time, and it might lead you to something else.
Yeah, and like what all that last part, the trading and expirations and all that, that's a lot. Like because I mean, you know, unless you're in it, it's hard for anyone to understand that. I understand it because I'm around it all the time, but like I don't do it though, so I don't. You know, so everyone's different. Everyone has different goals. Everyone, you know, and so it's just a matter of like, all right, what are my financial goals? What do I want, you know, to do? Why am I putting this money in here? And then you go from there, because then there's different options based on what you want to do with that money. So for me, I'm boring. I'm boring. I just buy Bitcoin every week and just let it sit over there and chill and don't even look at it. That's how I like to invest. But everybody's different.
I mean, I think being 20, I think I hate to keep on saying being 26, you know, but like being at my age, I think it's really hard to like kind of invest and take the ups and downs with life and be okay with knowing that like for instance, like, you know, when XRP is going up, you know, you can go through certain things in life as well, to where like if the XRP stock is going down one day and then all of a sudden, you know, you have this over here, or you have to worry about these things over here as far as like Bitcoin, that goes. It's like it gets to a point where it's overwhelming as a kid to see the longevity in your money, you know what I mean? To know that like over a certain amount of time that this is what you can bet on, because you know what I mean? Like we're not old enough to know or be able to see like when people were telling us to invest $1 in Bitcoin, or you know what I mean? So like when you're saying that, you know, you could throw $1, you could throw a Bitcoin in there and like, you know, just let it watch, or whatever case it may be. And then I hear Jordan, he said he was just trading last week. So then that's where I kind of get somewhat kind of confused as far as like the two ways go, you know what I mean? Because you have, of course, there are like different ways and different methods of it, but as 26, you want to know the best way to win while trying to get ahead. Like you don't want to get ahead, then trying to figure out how to invest, but you want to invest while trying to still make it. So it's kind of like that's where it's really hard and scary, you know, like that's for sure. And I asked you guys, like, so then what platforms do you guys, what platforms would you guys suggest? And then where would you guys say, besides Bitcoin, but what would you guys say about Bitcoin to learn first?
Bro, I would just focus on, to tell the truth, just focus on Robinhood or Coinbase. It's the two easiest ones. They're both some of the biggest companies. Robinhood for your stock. Actually, crypto, there's crypto on Robinhood too. But Robinhood's very simple. If you're looking at crypto, Coinbase is a good one. But yeah, Robinhood, I started off on. Mind you, when I was your age, I don't think I had any. I didn't have any stocks or crypto. I didn't really know what a stock was. I didn't know what crypto was. And that was after people were trying to put me on. So it was at a certain age, I just started looking into things and I wanted to learn random things. And that's what happened. I started so small, looking into certain things, and I ended up making some good returns, like kind of early. And then it was just, like I said, bro, when I was 26, I didn't own no stocks, no crypto. It was just, I'd say more so focus on educating yourself. And that's for anyone. That's for your age, my age, Dave's age. That's for a high schooler. Anyone. Just try to always teach yourself something and never stop learning the whole rest of your life. That's the one advice I'd give, is like, bro, just trying to find something that, the fact that you're even thinking about it right now just shows like, bro, learn about it. Like, just learn something small every day, and you're going to find something that's intriguing to you. And another year from now, bro, it's having knowledge on this type of stuff, whether it is stocks, crypto, real estate. It's only going to set you way further in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, even another 10 years from now, I'm about to be in a whole different state than I am now. And and I can't wait to teach my kids about this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna have you so much further ahead in life. Just you continuing to learn. Like right now, you're saying you're learning how to put from the seams to this all with fashion. You doing that is gonna set you so much further ahead in life because you can make your own clothes, you can have your own collabs, you can do anything you can think of just by something that sparked interest to you. And it's like, shit, I'm gonna teach myself how to do this. Versus there's a lot of people that get into fashion, and instead of doing that, they're just like, nah, I'm gonna buy this brand, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
The other part I would say, Lay, is who you surround yourself with and what you put into your brain. That's it. It's literally that, because you're not going to learn everything overnight, but if you stay around it enough and people are talking about it enough, or they're at least just interested in it and curious,
for sure,
you're going to learn just by being up in the mix. So
absolutely,
you just going to learn. And
absolutely,
that's what happened to me. That's how I learned. I didn't just know all this stuff. Like and I'm still learning a lot. I just learned something when I sat down with Jenny, just a podcast earlier today. I just learned something new. Like, so
bro, it's nonstop.
So
if you get into crypto, you are never going to know it all. If you get into stocks, you're never going to know it all. Every week, I learn something new in real estate. Something new where it's like, damn, like I thought I was supposed to know it. No, you're going to keep learning. I could be another 20 years from now, I'm still going to be learning. So it's just, bro, once you start learning, it's going to be a snowball effect where you just know more and more, and everything just nothing once things don't become a foreign language to you is when you don't miss out on opportunities. So it's just being in there. But shit, you guys keep talking. I gotta hop. I got like 6 people in here. I gotta hop off.
Shit, man. Well, man, I appreciate you, J-Dam, and Lay, we gotta get going because I gotta get on my way to.
We'll keep this going. We gotta hop on again.
We're gonna keep it going. I appreciate you, Lay. Thank you for jumping on. Man. Brick by brick, tap in with Lay.
Appreciate you guys.
Peace. Yes, sir.
Brick by brick.